So, for example, if we were to do school band uniforms, if these were, sometimes they have the T-shirt and the shorts. So that would be something that that person would take with them. So we are not able to fund that because it can't be reused or retained by the school. That's just that's not on here. I'm just giving you an example of what a personal use item may be.
Yeah, we did put in the current budget.
How much did you budget total? Was that
100,000.
And the 12,005, is that the 12,005 we've already done? So it's not an
Correct.
additional
No,
12,005?
no, no, no. That's the money we've already given. And thus far, that's the only well, allocation we've committed to thus far. And then the elementary school, it was headphones for device use and assessment reading, and keep in mind, these items for the elementary school are focused on the new law where they have to meet certain criteria to be promoted to the third grade. So they focused on those efforts mostly in their funding. And both of these came directly from the principals. Uh, Headphones for device use and assessment reading, 4,000. Math test prep workbooks, 6,000. High intensity literacy resources, decodables and leveled readers, 5,000. Math manipulatives and numeracy tools, 3,000. Teacher professional development, 15. So the new requirement that took effect last year, I think it was, is they have to reach a certain score level for math and reading in the state of Alabama to be promoted to the third grade. And also, as you saw, and just as a reminder, the elementary school has received their approval to be an accelerated learning program. Yeah, so we want to continue to support that effort now that we don't have the IB school.
Once we approve these funds, how quick do we get that over to them? Will that be immediate?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I was asking
Yeah.
because the one that I had on here from the color guard, they were saying they were time sensitive about getting their uniforms for football, um, so I'm glad we're going ahead with it tonight.
Well, now keep in mind that this check goes to the,
Right, it goes to the board and they have to go
yes,
through that,
yes, yes, yes. I just want to remind everyone of that. It goes to the board, but it specifically designates
Right,
Pleasant Grove High School and Pleasant Grove Elementary School, because if we don't, then just by virtue of it going to the Board of Education, it will be distributed among all, yeah. And then also, whatever we finalize on our list accompanies the payment, correct, Mr. Cobb?
yes.
And so those specific programs would be funded. And Councilor Van Williams, you had asked me about the basketball program. It's not, I don't see anything specifically for.
The varsity board.
Mhm.
I'll speak to Mr. Watkins.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to, I know you and I,
Yes.
yes, you had inquired about it, and I wanted to, I'm sorry.
It gets forgotten sometimes. What?
It does not get forgotten.
Oh, no, I'm talking about his hand.
Oh, okay. I was moving
It's always the same person. It's always the same person. It's like, it's, break the slide.
Is that better? Are you good? Are we good? Okay. Okay. So any changes, council?
I'm just trying to, I try to line everything up with this budget, but, so I see the PG schools here, and I recall about 100,000. This is at 85, did we divide it, did we put it somewhere else, like, did we, is it under a line item that I'm just not looking at it properly?
I'm not sure that you have the updated one, because Mr. Cobb had some corrections to, if you're looking at the income statement from last time.
This is the one from May,
Okay.
but I'm just looking at the budget amount. I think even on the other one, the budget amount was correct, but, well, or something like that, but this is what I'm just, I didn't know maybe we had it in two different.
Mr. Cobb, it's line item,
The one that says PG schools,
it's line 609/1110.
right, I have the one from May.
The one she had, so Mr. Cobb had to go in and make some corrections. So I know that we budgeted 100,000, but once he made his corrections, it may be corrected on that sheet.
Once I print you out another one, it'll add 100,000.
Thank you.
And would that be the line item, Mr. Cobb? That's the correct line item?
Yes.
It was just, okay, he will correct the numbers. Any council members want to make any reallocations anywhere? Does this list seem to address, because I know each of you have had the opportunity to come to me and discuss individual requests, or you brought it up in a council meeting. So I think that it appears that Mr. Watkins may have received those requests as well through his office, because we did not discuss what you all shared that you have received requests for, but it appears to line up with what's on here. Any changes, issues, concerns? Okay. So the other item, just to update you all, so I'm glad that we were able to approve the additional workers with the temp service. However, some of the workers have not really worked out that well. With the temp service, we've only had 1 out of 6. Yeah, 6, and that's in a rotating situation. It's not exceeding what we approved, but just in a rotating situation, and he's only had 1 to actually work out. So there are several things that we would need to address in the finance meeting. Mr. Goldsmith has had an opportunity to speak with Councilor Van Williams and myself, and then we'll bring it up in the finance committee meeting, and then bring it forward to the council. But there's a lot that we need to address and take care of, city council, and it's going to take us really focusing and, getting into the weeds of the finances to see if we can address these problems that are immediate needs. And they are pretty serious immediate needs. With that said, oh, with that said, there are about $100,000 worth of immediate needs that I would like for us to include on the finance agenda when we speak on next Monday. for, Public Works.
Or that.
What, the immediate need, okay. Okay, so, if we're able to determine at that time, if we're able to do something before the budget year ends, I don't know. Okay. So, that's one of the things I just wanted to make the council aware, and it's dealing with equipment and personnel. So, am I speaking correctly? Equipment and personnel. So, I will say that a lot of the thoughts, um, when all of us came into office, was that we had a lot of equipment. And so I think that, and I know for a fact, Mr. Williamson can speak to this as well in Chief Reed's absence. So what we had was a lot of non-working equipment. So we have a lot of stuff back there, and you would think if it's working, we are in great shape. You know, you just need bodies to operate it. But most of the equipment that was back there is not in working order. It either was improperly maintenance, it was not working at all, and Lieutenant Williamson and Chief Reed and Captain Johnson. Am I saying that correctly? Captain Johnson. They went through, what was that, Wednesday or Thursday? No, Friday, and they have inventoried the items that are back there so we can surplus them, and that's some money that may come back to the city. Just one tractor, I think Chief Reed thinks we can get at least 15,000 for, but it's something we can't use. We had a lot of equipment that would be on a interstate or a highway or something like that, which is way too big for our streets. It would not be productive for us to keep it. And then there's a lot of equipment and stuff that's in disrepair. And, Mr. Goldsmith, am I missing anything?
Most of it's just classic, it's just like, classic use.
Oh,
It's just like,
okay.
There's some stuff that they held on to for a long period of time just because it was a Ford tractor or something, and they didn't update it, so they just kind of sat back there.
Okay. So I just wanted you all to be aware that just because you see a lot back there does not mean that it's something that could be used. It's just there.
Mayor, are we looking to replace many of those items? It sounds like we was just holding on to equipment that was serving no purpose.
Well, it's not necessarily replace certain, well, there's some items that need to be replaced. I'm not gonna say that. There are some items because they're in disrepair. But there are some items that are occupying space where we need to actually purchase items that are of use for the city. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay. But that's just to give you all an update. It's nothing, no actions to take now. I just want to make sure that you all were aware.
And you said that's gonna come up at the finance committee meeting? So at that time, you'll have a list of those items that you want to surplus?
Some of them we've already surplused. He's already provided us with the VIN numbers. They just had to pull them out because the equipment is so large, we can't just take it to the auction. The people are gonna have to come here
So
and
it
look
would
at
have been
it.
in that other list of surplus items?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you remember, Chief Reed gave us a list of
I do,
maybe 10 items.
I do. So will we have a list of the items that we actually have in inventory? Are we getting the list of that?
Well, I think that those are the items that are in inventory. They just went and got the VIN numbers. And so what Chief Reed and Chief Williamson did was pull out items that we've already surplused. So the items that are in disrepair, we just need to,
Well, I'm saying, will we get a list of the items that are in working order? So like, to look at that compared to what it is that we need to purchase?
yes, Mr. Goldsmith has already created that list, but you all will receive it, at the appropriate time. I didn't want to give it to you and piecemeal information to you without going through the proper committee first. Okay, that gives you an update on that. The last update that I have is you have been provided the stormwater management program plan. We are required to provide this to the citizens of the city, and it gives you the requirements per Jefferson, is it Jefferson County?
Yeah.
Jefferson County's stormwater management program plan, and this is our plan, and we just have to provide this, put it on display for how long, Mr. Cobb? 30, is it 30 days?
October, to make a decision. If they wanna add something, the citizens have a right to, have
Give
request to
feedback.
add something if they want to. And they have, I think October first,
Okay,
then after, but you have to, today,
announce that we have it.
yes, ma'am, during the council meeting.
Okay. Oh, we have to provide it and provide at least 1 week for public comment. And then allow 1 additional week to review and evaluate any comments received. And then at the following council meeting, document 1 of the following outcomes. Whether any comments were received but not warrant changes to the plan, and comments were incorporated into the plan, and the revised plan will be resubmitted for Jefferson County's review. So I'm just making you aware of what you've received, the process that we have to follow per Jefferson County. So we will place this on the city's website. It will be available for review here at the City of Pleasant Grove. And I don't think we have an electronic version that can be emailed, but that's where we are. And last thing, the Jazz in the Grove donations, Mrs. Hodge, did everyone receive this list? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So, I did not do anything. Oh, that was, see? So, these are the final version of the donations that we received. And the list is there for your review. That amount matches the amount resolution that we need to vote on. I was looking. Okay, any questions on that information?
You may have provided us this. How much, do you know the amount, the total amount that was spent on Jackson and Grove?
That's the,
Oh, this how much was spent, 18? Okay.
okay.
Mayor, are we gonna be able to adopt my, buy support local initiative tonight?
I have not had a chance to completely review it, and I apologize, but I'm not ready to vote on it. I don't question that that it's not a good program. It's just, I haven't had a chance to review it. So hopefully we can address that by the next council meeting, the 17th, I think it is.
Did anyone else have any questions or concerns regarding?
The initiative.
Did you hear Council Wilkerson? Council? Okay.
Mayor, I didn't get one of those, the storm,
Oh,
things.
I had
If
two,
there's that
so maybe
extra
I
one, I'd like
have
to get one.
yours.
Okay.
I might have yours, I don't know. Excuse
you.
me,
Oh, you're
Council
fine.
Gare for reaching out.
I just wanted to have.
While we're waiting, just a request. Um, or I guess a question. It's like, I noticed that sometimes we have the resolution and we will actually have a paper copy of the resolution. Is there a, is there a way, like, how do we determine whether we're gonna have an actual resolution? I think, for me, it seems like it would be better to have the physical copy of the resolution, because everything is in one place. If we have to go back and look for something, we can just go back to the actual resolution, not go back through the minutes to try to find out what has occurred. So like, but there may be a reason why it may be done the way it's done, but.
What happens sometimes, it's like we're here now, but you're adding something else, so it wouldn't show on the agenda, that resolution. That's why it's on, just on the minutes. It's just like you're adding that for the school now. It's not on the agenda, but it would go on the minutes. That's why, I see what you're saying. We don't have to actually draw it up.
Right, but like the one that we have today, the one about the, Steel City Consulting, and I just didn't know, I thought there might be like a reason why we have it for some, but not for all.
Not in particular, I mean, the resolution really just give you a bullet point of what you're discussing at that time. Some of them do resolution, actual resolution form, but I guess it depends. It really depends about stuff.
I hear.
My phone is sick, my phone, my house.
I hear it. You're welcome. Wait. I hear it. It's like it's in the phone. It is 6 o'clock. We're gonna call the August 3rd, 2026 meeting to order. Best day of the year. I want to ask, Ms. Dansby, if you would open us up with a word of prayer tonight.
Lord, we thank you, Lord, for your son, Jesus. We thank you for his
Amen. Um, Mr. Cobb, if you'll take note, everyone's here. Ms. Bond, just in the pledge this evening. Attention. Salute. Pledge. Space up there. As for which stands one nation, indivisible. Thank you so much. And so everyone has received the minutes from the last regular scheduled meeting on July 20th, 2026. Are there any, we need a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion, we approve the minutes from the last city council meeting on July
20th.
2026.
I second it.
We have a motion, it's been properly second. Any questions, changes, issues, concerns?
Only one, just Sheila Smoot, name is spelled as Smoot. I just wanna make sure we correct it.
Bless you.
Where,
It was just a typo.
where,
And on the bottom of the first page, Sheila Smoot, it's in both, in the first two lines, or
I think it's
it's
so.
in the,
I got it, thanks.
Make that the first three lines.
I see all.
Okay. Okay, we have the corrections. Any other corrections, issues, concerns? Okay, hearing and seeing none, all those in favor? And that passes unanimously. Next on the agenda, we have the approval of resolution number 2026-46, resolution of the City of Pleasant Grove, Alabama, accepting donations totaling $7,081 collected by Steel City Consulting for Jazz in the Grove. I'll make a motion that we approve this resolution.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second by myself and Councilor Wilkerson. Any questions? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of accepting the donations? And that passes unanimously. Thank you. Next up, we have special presentations. Any special presentations from the council tonight? Okay. All right, next up is good evening to everyone. So happy to see everyone this evening. First, I want to say what an amazing job our team and Councilor Wilkerson did with the America's 250 birthday celebration. And I would like to give them a round of applause. So it all began with late last year, when the legislature had to do their budgets in Montgomery. Our state and state senator and representative had to do their budgets. There was a collective effort across the board, is my understanding, that the legislators include in their budgets grant money for America's 250. And so our Representative Sellers and our Senator Coleman included in their budgets the ability for us to have grants. And so Mrs. Hodge applied for that grant. We received that grant. She and Mr. Wilkerson partnered, and then they went out and they had all kinds of sponsors. We had all branches of the military. We had giveaways. We had certificates. We had food trucks. We had a DJ. We had just a lot going on this past Saturday. Everybody had room to spread out. We had the opportunity to get the word out with some media coverage. So it was just an amazing day, and I'm so appreciative to you all for the efforts that you put in, for the Public Works Department, for our in-house team. It was just a group effort. We even had our public safety team out in numbers. So it was just a great day. It was a great day, and it's amazing information came out of it. We had the VA, Veterans Affairs organization there, and I'm sure Mr. Wilkerson will give us more information on that, feedback on the event itself, but I'm so appreciative of this community. It's almost time for back to school. School starts, is it next Wednesday? Next Wednesday. Oh, well, I don't have to keep up with that as much anymore, but we are prayerful for the students going back to school. If you see a student in the store, riding their bike or in your neighborhood or anything, just to keep them encouraged, because our kids have a lot of challenges that they come up against on a daily basis. So just because they're kids doesn't mean that every day is Sunday. So just keep them encouraged, keep them motivated, just give them a smile, a handshake, a hug, or whatever, and just encourage them to just keep going, because it's there. I want to wish my son, our youngest son, a happy early birthday. He will be 22 on this coming Thursday. So, yeah, it was real close, but and that was my prayer when I was pregnant. I said, I do not want him born on my birthday. So, so I do want to wish him a happy birthday. I do want to say happy end of summer to everyone. I do want to take this opportunity to thank our Public Works Department. You guys, I'm not a Facebook mayor, but I do get the screenshots from people who send me messages. So I have purposely chosen to not go out there and look at it. But I want to take the opportunity to tell Public Works, thank you for the great job that you all do. I know that you have a lot of challenges that you face. We talked a little bit about that in pre-council. I know that you're doing the best you can with what you have and the team that you have. It was interesting, and I want to make this this public announcement. It was interesting to know that when our summer workers left, we lost another 2 individuals on our Public Works team. So now we're back down to 5 full-time Public Works team members that are working every single day to do the best they can. And I know everyone wants their street done. I want my street done, but I have to wait my turn. And I think that a lot of times that people forget that we as city councilors and myself as the mayor, we live out here too. So we see the same thing that you see, but we have to wait our turns as well. Like, they don't come to our house and cut our street and say, oh, Councilor Van Williams lives on Fifth Avenue, so let's go down and cut that. Or I live in the Woodlands, let's go cut that. No, it doesn't happen. And I want to make that a public announcement to let you know we are living right here with you. We're your neighbors. We ride through the same thing every day, and we desire the same things. And that's why we're up here trying to collectively work together to find ways to make it better for this city. So please know that we are working. We hear you. We acknowledge your frustrations, but we're going as fast as we can. So we just ask for a little patience and grace and mercy. And please know that your issues and concerns are not falling on deaf ear. We do hear you. We do. I promise we do. So that's about all I have. I said I was not going to take a lot of time tonight because it's my birthday. Huh? Oh, okay. So I think that that's all I have, unless there's something else that I'm missing. Oh, when is your birthday, Charles? First day of school. Happy early birthday, Mr. Goldsmith. See? Another Leo in the room, in case y'all didn't know. Okay. So, but happy early birthday to you, Mr. Goldsmith. And I'm very thankful for you and your position and the works that you do. Thank you. Next, we have the officers of the city reports. Mr. Cobb, do you have it? Okay, Mr. Grossman. Mr. Williamson?
Y'all have to slow it with me tonight. Chief Reed is at the Chiefs Conference getting his continuing education. So, like I said, you guys are stuck with me. But, well, I appreciate that, Ms. Dansby. Just a couple things he asked me to pass on. Go over some of the activity reports for the fire department. He said you guys were interested in knowing a little bit more about that. So the fire department had a total of 136 calls. Of those, 87 were medical, 22 were assist. We had 8 fire/smoke calls, which, knock on wood and praise God, none of those were major incidents. They had 6 motor vehicle assists that they came out on, and then 13 false alarms. As far as the police department, throw a little shade at my fire colleague here, but we had a few more calls for service. We had a total of 797. A lot of that is generated by us, though, getting out, checking door handles for the businesses, things like that, traffic stops. When you guys make reports of stop signs being run or speeders in neighborhoods, we get out and we canvass those areas. And just so you know, a lot of those stops make up about 40% of our call volume. However, 75% of those stops end up in warnings and just, hey, slow down. There's kids in the neighborhood, that kind of thing. So with that in mind, we got school coming back. We'll be out on High School Road. We'll be right out here. Make sure we're slowing down, especially during those school hours. All right, we got a lot of kids that walk, so just be mindful as you come through the city. Other than that, if you need us, holler at us and we'll come take care of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Williamson. So, thank you to Councilor Brown for reminding me. One item that we did add to the agenda that I skipped over was considering the school funding. So I would like to make a motion that we approve the school funding as we have listed it in the totaling $100,000. And that's payable to, not payable, excuse me, applicable to the Pleasant Grove High School in the amount totaling $66,570, and the elementary school totaling $33,000, which leaves $30 in the in the balance. So I make that in the form of a motion.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion. It's been properly seconded. Any questions, concerns, changes? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor, just show of hands. And that passes unanimously. Thank you. Thank you, Councilor Brown, for that reminder. So now, we will have our committee reports. Would you like to start, Mr. Wilkerson? Councilor Wilkerson? I apologize.
Sure, I can, Mayor.
Councilor.
Good evening, beautiful Pleasant Grove.
Good evening.
I would like to first start off by thanking Mr. Mika Hodge. The grant in which she applied for allowed us to have a magnificent event in the city of Pleasant Grove. And anytime we can spend other people's money and not spend the city's money, that's a good thing. So I want to thank you for a huge, a gigantic effort on your part. When Ms. Hodge approached me and we began to dialogue about what it should look like, we wanted to not just include Pleasant Grove, but we wanted to make sure our military, veterans, active duty reserve was recognized. And the conversation that I was able to have with the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, who are getting moved in, were excited about coming to Pleasant Grove. Not just this time here, but they're looking to come again upon our request. So I've already kind of primed them for Christmas. Hopefully they can be a part of our parade.
That would be good.
But they enjoyed themselves. They brought equipment. The Marine Corps brought a high-tech robot with them. So it was tremendous. State Representative Sellers came with his Corvettes. Other members of Pleasant Grove brought their Corvettes. We had an old Jeep here as well. The fire department was there, you know, in numbers. So it was tremendous. I mean, I had a great time. You know, the city of Pleasant Grove, I want to thank you for the warm welcome. I want to thank you for you not feeling though it was robbery and not staying at home, but coming out, because having served on active duty in the United States Marine Corps, whenever an opportunity was afforded to talk to the taxpayers or to allow the taxpayers to see what we do and to have that conversation with us about how things are going for us, it means a lot. We are a humble group of individuals, and thank you is sufficient and fine. So if you encounter a veteran or someone on active duty, just tell them thank you. Without any doubt in my mind, they know why you are thanking them. I don't want to name names, but I'm going to name a couple other than Ms. Hodge. Ms. Dansby, thank you for being on the spot. Nothing goes on in Pleasant Grove without Ms. Dansby making herself available. Whether we use her or not, she's always available. And the last name I'm going to call is Yolanda White Lawson, our mayor. I want to thank you, Mayor, for just supporting and getting behind the things that we want to do here in Pleasant Grove. I know Councilor Jarquez has a treat coming here soon in August, but thank you for never. October. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. Thank you, Mayor, for not telling us no when we come to you about things that we can do to make a difference in Pleasant Grove. And Councilor Van Williams has been a part of a tremendous event, and I'm sure I would like for her to talk a little bit more about it, although we've heard about it, but we can never do too much for those whom we serve. The biggest thank you that I want to give tonight is to the citizens of Pleasant Grove. When I ran for this office, I told you all that there is nothing that I can do in Pleasant Grove without you. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for showing up and being a part of what we're doing here in the city of Pleasant Grove. Our Public Works Department, I do want to thank you and your team, Mr. Goldsmith. The litter has been cut back in Pleasant Grove. I know the Beautification Committee probably has a little bit to do with that. We're hoping that has generated some positive energy here in the city of Pleasant Grove to where now it's out front of us now. So we're showing that concern and care and love for this great city here. I always talk about two types of noise, and you're going to get tired of hearing me say that. And one of those types of noise is, as I change gears, I love to travel through our city and see our elderly walking back and forth or sitting on their porch and talking to the neighbor beside them without a worry in the world. So I commend our police department. Mayor, I commend you on the direction we're carrying. Council, I commend you on just being out there and letting them know that we care. And the second type of noise is our children, the noise that they make when they're in our streets, when they're out in our parks, and they're enjoying themselves and they're having a good time. In saying that, our youth football and cheer is back in the city of Pleasant Grove. Our children no longer have to go to Hueytown, and that's because of you, that's because of us, that's because of this team. It costs to have a robust program. So I'm asking us all to get behind Coach Goldsmith. We're going to take the director hat off him and put the coach hat on him right now. We want to get behind Coach Goldsmith because we want to make sure our boys and girls have a tremendous year. A tremendous year. All right. When the Marine Corps was here, we got a chance to talk to the Toys for Tots representative. And I want the city of Pleasant Grove to get behind Toys for Tots because they do so much for not just, they wouldn't do it just for Pleasant Grove, but for this nation as a whole. So we can contribute. You're gonna address that? Okay, we'll let Miss, okay. Let's see, what else I got here? Couple of birthdays. Happy birthday, Mayor. You look good.
Thank you.
Soon to be, happy birthday, Mr. Goldsmith. And I would like to wish a belated happy birthday to Miss Melissa Brown. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. So happy belated. Mayor, that's all I have tonight.
Thank you so much, Councilor Wilkerson. Councilor Van Williams, if you don't mind, Councilor Geary reminded me that I need to make a public announcement about our, that we're in the midst of our annual public review of the stormwater management program plan from Jefferson County. And so we have to make this a public announcement. We have to let the public know that it's going to be available for their review and feedback. So this public review will take place from now until August 11th, because we must leave it available for your review that in that amount of time. We will place a version on the official city website, which is cityofpg.com, as well as have a paper version available for your review here at City Hall. Is there anywhere else we need to place it, Mr. Cobb? I just don't recall. Okay. Okay, and so, it will be available for your review and feedback. Then once that feedback is received, we will allow one additional week to review and evaluate any comments received so that will conclude on August 18th. And then on September 14th, at the following city council meeting, we will document one of the following outcomes. If no comments were received, if comments were received but did not warrant changes to the stormwater management program plan, or if comments were incorporated into the stormwater management program plan, and the revised stormwater management program plan will be resubmitted to Jefferson County for their review. So I just wanted to make that public statement and acknowledgement. So thank you, Councilman Williams.
Good evening again. Good evening. Just want to reiterate, thank you for Saturday. Sister Hodge there was a fabulous get-together of the city. I'll just say that. Had a really good time. I managed to change some previous plans and to attend the event, and it was very, very nice. School is approaching, and I just want to make sure everyone remembers that our little people have to cross the street, they have to catch the bus, they have to not pay attention. You know how that goes. So we have to pay attention for them on the streets, especially in our neighborhoods. We're not in that big of a hurry, so just slow down just a bit. If you're late, you're just going to be late. It's just the way it goes, but let's just try to save a life. All right. Also, too, I have been in very good contact. We are nearing the start of the school year, and the initiative for the next initiative for this seat, of course, ACT is what you're speaking of. We are very intentional about raising our scores for our schools, and that is just the most important thing on my book right now. And intentional to the fact that you will feel it and you will see it. So just hold tight. It's coming. Everyone at the school is on board. The parents, hopefully, if you see a parent, if you're not a parent, join the PTA. They're on board as well. We're going to make this a collaborative effort. Always say we're only as good as, we make it. We can sit back on the sidelines and complain all day long. I don't have a child in this school. I know, but that's your future. So pony up and let's get it done. I look forward to it, and we're gonna have a good time with this one. We got to make it fun. Any ideas that you guys have to make it more fun? The PTA is very open to taking those ideas to come up with things to make it happen. Even with the football team, the cheer squad, we just want to make our kids feel like they're involved in the city and not just us. It's about them as well. It's about them. If you see a teacher, encourage a teacher. adopt a classroom, do some things to help the teachers. They have to put up with your children. And, not all of the kids are good. Some are a little anxious sometimes. So let's help the teachers out as well. Make them feel a little anxious. That's the word I'll use. So let's just, make them feel like, we are paying attention and we do care. It's not a daycare. It is school. Budget meeting is happening, the planning meeting is happening on the 10th. It should have been posted today, yesterday, whenever it was, but it has been posted. So that would be August the 10th, which is next Monday. Now, we have a zoning meeting first, and that starts at around 6 o'clock. But we don't have a lot going on the zoning. We don't have anything on the agenda for now. But we wanted to make sure that we kind of, got the meetings a little tighter so that we wouldn't have to come, so many times throughout the day. That's pretty much it. Budget meeting planning, like I said, that's all I have. So I pray that everyone is having a good, start to the, hopefully fall soon, because it's so hot. But anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you so much, Counselor Van Williams. And I want to take this opportunity, if you allow me, Ms. Garrett, Counselor Garrett, to challenge the members on the dais to encourage at least 10 other people to join the PTA along with yourself, both PTAs, because there's two. The high school PTA reached out to me on yesterday, and I was so proud to email back and say, I've already joined the PTA. She emailed me right back and said, no. She was like, I just looked at the list and you're not. So I had joined the elementary PTA, not high school. So she corrected me. So now I'm committed to joining the high school PTA. So, and I'm challenging this dais, along with the police department, public safety team and public works team, the administrative team, Mr. Cobb. To join the PTA and encourage at least 10 other people to join with you. That's both PTAs. That's only $20. Now, and I'm not saying that that's, I can't count anybody's money, but I'm saying make the commitment over the next couple of months to make that a priority. So we will obtain some forms and we will bring them here if you want your team members to come here and sign up for it. But I think they have an electronic version. Do you know? They do. Okay. Somebody else in the audience here.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I challenge you all. So that's my challenge.
One more thing for alumni PG, we have an alumni basketball game coming up. What's
Next
that?
Friday.
It's next Friday. And I'm a hometown girl. I've been here for a long time, since 1976. So we are going to bring back everyone to participate, at least from the stands, to enjoy some old bones on the court, some new bones on the court, but we're going to have a good time.
It's Friday after next, isn't it? I said next Friday.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's Friday after next.
For
The
the
picnic.
basketball,
The weekend of the
basketball game?
picnic.
Yes.
the 14th.
Oh, so just, support the things we're trying to do within the city. We have a lot going on, but we have to participate. So we'll get the information out as it comes, but just let's get excited about it. Coach O, Orlando, our new head coach for the basketball team, he's putting a lot of effort into it and, taking the time to come back. And we have a lot of heavy hitters here in Pleasant Grove from the past. Coach O is a professional basketball player. He played overseas for several years, 10 years to be exact. We have Bradbury. These guys put their time back into the city, so at least we can show up for things that they try to pour back into the city. Can't say we're not doing it. We're doing it, because the food trucks were off the chain Saturday. I had a great time, so we have a lot going on, so thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Van Williams. Thank you for allowing me to say that, Councilor Garrett. Okay.
Good evening. Just a quick reminder, Mayor, I was going to remind you, but since I'm already talking, the Valley Creek cleanup
Oh, yes.
is Saturday. So, so everyone please come out. I think it starts at 8 or is it 7:30?
We're asking everyone to be here by 7:30 so we can start the cleanup promptly at 8.
So we'll be looking for everyone to come out and assist with that. And we're expecting to be done around 11.
Okay.
Okay. From the library, the summer reading 2026 winners are in. For our school-age children, for the number of books read, Brian Blankenship, 113, Alyssa Chapman, 89, and Landon Chapman, 88. For number of pages read, Damian Barrett, 5,690, Eric Barrett, 4,985, and Olivia Finger, 3,974. For our preschool age, number of books, Anthony Green, 113, Kaylee Cooper, 72, Ava Sprayberry, 71. And for number of pages read, McKinley Reese, 1,273, Mackay Porter, 1,082, and Opal Currington, 834. So great job to our winners from the summer reading. Our announcements from the library, Paint with Brenda is Wednesday, August the 5th at 10 a.m. Genealogy is back every Thursday, 9 a.m. to noon in the library. The book club is Wednesday, August 19th at 10 a.m. Karen Bishop is our host, and we're discussing The Frozen River by Ariel Lawn. Poetry is Wednesday, August 26th at 10 a.m., and we will be discussing The Poet's Corner. Starting Monday, August 3rd, stop by the library and pick up your back-to-school Pete the Cat surprise. And our summer reading has not come to an end, and I gave you the name of the winners. A couple other things. And I guess these are not really comments, but just kind of things that I've kind of thought about, Mayor, and I wanted to kind of pass them along to you all. I know that we have discussed the newsletter, and there's been some kind of mixed reviews about the newsletter. Some residents want us to do the newsletter, and I know that it comes at a cost. But as a compromise, maybe we can see that if we can do some small version of it maybe, and not necessarily mail it out, but put it in our public areas. So put it at the grocery store, put it at the library, at the post office, so that people will have access to them. Ask some of our local businesses if they will allow us to put them in there. And just see how that works. At least it will still give them a way of knowing what's going on. We have a lot of residents who I've learned don't get on social media much at all. And so that way, maybe that'll give them an idea of what's going on in the city. And if we can't do that, at a minimum, let's do like a calendar or something, just so they at least have the activity. So if we can just kind of look at that, and I realize when you make suggestions, you kind of volunteer yourself to do things. So I am willing to assist with that wherever I'm needed. I really would like for us to work on, and I don't know how we would get this done. I talked about it during the campaign time, but I would really like for us to try to work on some way for us to be able to track complaints and concerns from the residents, just so they have a way of being able to check theirs. I've heard that there are people who may have concerns and they can't get to the meetings, that they work 12-hour shifts and they can't, they're at work before before City Hall opens, so they can't call, and then they're at work when City Hall closes. So I don't know really what that looks like, but if we can kind of look into how we may be able to bring that to fruition, I think that'll be good for the residents. I received some information from, a message from Smithfield Forest. Just a second to pull it up. They had come before us before with some concerns. And so I received something from them, basically saying that they are still trying to reach out regarding the lot that's on Red Rock Circle that they had previously reported in the meeting, that kids are playing around that lot and they're afraid that snakes or something is there that's dangerous. And they just stated that they have provided this information to us on a couple of occasions, and they really want us to try to look at what's going on with that lot. I'm not really sure. I don't have the exact address. I know that I do recall when they came. I think it was 3 or 4 of them that came and addressed us. So I don't know if the city has actually reached out to them regarding the concern. Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm not really sure, but if we can at least reach out to them, even if the city is saying that we can't address that lot, if it's personal property. I don't know, but if the city can kind of just reach out to them, related to their concern. Fall in the Grove is coming soon. We're so excited. It's going to be October 15th. We're going to need volunteers. Some of you have already said that you're willing to help, so thank you so much. We will be getting in contact with you. We were kind of waiting until some of our other activities, we got through them. So now that we are past August 1st, we are ready to get the ball rolling to get ready for Fall in the Grove. So just make sure you mark your calendars for October 15th. We're expecting to have a great, great day on that day here. So just be looking for Fall in the Grove. And I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Counselor Gary. Counselor Brown?
Happy birthday to you. I just want to start my comments tonight saying happy birthday, Mayor. Happy birthday, Mr. Goldsmith, coming up. And a happy birthday this past week, Saturday, with my beautiful wife. In saying that, I wanted to publicly apologize to Counselor Wilkerson for not being able to make it on Saturday because I had to work and then, of course, attend to my beautiful wife for her birthday. But I heard it was really good, and the source I heard it from was your wife. So, but listening to the comments, I really appreciate all that you guys are doing. I see it, and I appreciate. It's much an honor to work with this council. While I'm going to do a little bit of echoing here, Ms. Van Williams, Councilor Van Williams, and the school support, guys, we can't do enough for our schools. This year, I've already had contact with, the football team boosters wanting pregame meals and band boosters wanting pregame meals and things like that. And we're, of course, joining our church on board with that. And I encourage you, if your church does anything like that to outreach to the schools, please encourage them. Hey, make a phone call. You can provide a pregame meal for the football team. And it's not an astronomical amount of money or anything like it. It's an investment in ministering to these kids. And it's a great thing to do. So please do that. Since Lieutenant Williamson is not always in here, thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for all that the department does. We thank you so much. My last comment is encouragement. It's not going to sound like encouragement, but is an encouragement. Most of the calls and emails I get are about the overgrowth in the roads and the trash on the side of the roads. Mr. Goldsmith has 5 people, and they are doing all that they can. If I'm out and I'm cutting a customer's grass and I see something that I can help out with, I try to do so. I want to encourage the citizens. If you see something that's taking place, Mr. Goldsmith, I want to publicly thank you for all that you've done on clearing off 4th Street, the street to Pleasant Grove First Baptist down through there. Because I drive that street all the time, and I see progress. I see the work that you guys have done with the kudzu, cutting it back. So I appreciate that. So what I would like to encourage our citizens to do is when you see something good, say something about that too. The overgrowth, it's there, but it's summertime and it grows fast. But if you see something good, say something about the good that you see, not just always the bad that you see. So I thank you for what you and you guys are doing. And then the second thing is trash. I got one phone call that the waste management had emptied the trash can and some trash had fallen onto the street. And that neighbor did not pick up their trash. They didn't pick it up, and it's still been in the road. It's been there a week now. My wife asked me not to leave the house, but I said, no, I'm going to go take care of this right now. I left my house at 6 o'clock, and I was back at 6:05 because it literally took me about 1 minute to pick that trash up off the road. So I just want to encourage you. Again, these guys are doing all that they can. We do not pay them enough for all that they do. So I want to encourage you, if you can help, grab a weed eater and do some yourself. It will help them out a lot. I hope that doesn't sound mean, but if it does, I really can't apologize for it because we're all in it together. Isn't that right? This is our city. Like the mayor said, we live here too. And we see. So thank you for the good that I see taking place, and thank you for the work that you're doing. And I just want to encourage our citizens to do that. Thank you so much tonight. Hey, I love you guys. Please don't be mad at me.
Love you too, man.
Thank you, Councilor Brown, and I will add, if
Go
you'll
ahead.
allow me, we had team members, Public Works team members out here yesterday morning. Yesterday was Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. And they were out yesterday morning trying to work on some of the overgrowth in front of the city hall. So you guys, they take this very seriously. It's a team of 5, but they're a mighty 5 right now. And so I just want us to keep that in mind as we talked about that. They took the time away from their Sunday morning to come out here to clean up our city. Because I think besides Mr. Goldsmith, you're the only one that lives in, oh, yeah, 2 of the 5 live in Pleasant Grove. So that's care and concern. So thank you, Councilor Laster.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, did you want to say something?
No, you go ahead, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I just want to say to the mayor, the councils, y'all got a year in, and time flew just that fast. Y'all still look the same, and changed a bit. I do want to say to you, Mayor, again, I want to echo you about those kids, school coming back in. I know this been said a lot, so I won't say nothing about it. Let's just think about our kids. Next thing I want to say, we did had some infrastructure work done on our streets that was needed. And Mayor, I want to thank you, Mr. Charles. Can I say Charles or Mr.? Okay. So I want to thank you guys for your input, your diligence, to make sure that the Birmingham Waterworks, Central Waterworks, do what they need to do for our street, for our city. It took them a while. Thank y'all, citizens, for being so patient with us through that. I know it was a little rough, but I think that they kind of got some things completed like they said they would do. So thank y'all again for your input and thank y'all. So anyway, thank all of y'all for being patient. Thank y'all. Thank you, ma'am.
Councilor Lester, I want to thank you for being diligent in speaking with Central Alabama Water and making sure that they stayed on top of that. So I am so pleased to announce that 13th has been paid.
I saw it the other day. I was like, yeah, somebody say something about that. 'Cause that's good. That's been a long
great thing.
time.
So I appreciate you, Councilor Laster, for
Yes.
your diligence in that.
Yes.
And charge it to my head and not my heart. I did overstep and not recognize Mrs. Dansby for our seasoned citizens program. So, so we'll ask that she come and give us a report.
She overlooked me because I'm freelance.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. First, I want to come to you as the freelance program director for the seniors. The seniors, the month of August, we will be going bowling on the 13th of August from 11 to 2. From 11 to 2. It'll be $5 per person, and we will bowl at Faith Chapel. Faith Chapel, that's at 100 Mike Moore Boulevard. We'll depart the community center about 10:45 because it only takes 5 minutes to get there, okay? And then I would like to thank Councilman Lassiter for being able to set that up for us and get it to that $5 mark. So, that's shoes included. That's bowling and shoes. Okay, so invite all seniors out. My number will be on the flyer that Ms. Pinker will put out tomorrow, and call me so that I can get a head count. I can give them a head count of how many people coming. I don't mind the cost, just call me and tell me you coming, okay? All right. Second thing from the senior program, you know, we have a gala that's coming up in December, December the 18th, from 7 to 10 p.m., and it's going to be a formal gala. And so I put out a flyer, we put out a flyer. We've been announcing it, the mayor's been announcing it almost every council meeting. And we wanted donations of gently used gowns. And so right now, I'd like to recognize and thank Attorney Kidd for the gowns that she's already donated. Thank you, Attorney Kidd. We got 12 gowns in the community center ready to be selected, okay? So thank you so much for that. The senior program, let me go back. Mayor, if it pleases the mayor and the council, there is a national blood shortage. We've had a couple of blood drives, police department. I'd like for the senior program, the city of Pleasant Grove, the police department, I would like for us to partner and do one blood drive on a Saturday. That way we can reach more citizens, because there's a need for it. O positive is real short. And so if we could do that, I think it would benefit our city too, because we never know who's gonna need blood. So if we could consider that, me and Josh, we could get together, D'Amica, try to put that together and do it as quickly as we can.
Yes, ma'am, it's acceptable for the city to partner with that.
Okay.
So, just the announcement is fine. And then, because it doesn't really require, it just requires the space from us.
Okay.
Not necessarily any resources. So, that part is taken care of, and Lieutenant Williamson. I'm not sure if you or Chief Reed if you're the coordinators.
Chief Reed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so in his absence, if you will allow Chief Reed and Lieutenant Williamson to circle back to see how quickly, because I do know that per Chief Reed, you can only have a blood drive every so many weeks. So we may have to partner with maybe one of our sister cities to to have an immediate blood drive, but we would be happy to.
We'll look into all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
that we
ma'am.
can
And
try to
also,
get it
I will
done.
tell you this, that I heard on the news this morning an interesting fact that if an additional 3 people would give at every blood drive, it would eliminate the shortage.
It would. It really would. And we never know who may stand in need of blood. And so just, think about it. We'll try to get something out there as quickly as we can in the future if we can. And just think about it. Come from your heart to give blood. Second thing, last thing is Saturday, I did make contact with the Marine representative for Toys for Tots. And so I spoke with him, and I told him I was going to speak with him because Pleasant Grove is always off that list. There are a lot of children in Pleasant Grove that are not as well off as others. And every child deserves a Christmas. And so I'm going to be making contact with him from a personal standpoint, not a city standpoint, but from a personal standpoint, to make sure that we're represented and some of our children get some of those toys distributed to them during the holidays. But now at the same time, we as good stewards have to donate to Toys to Tots as good stewards. And so we can't ask someone to do something for us that we're not willing to do for ourselves. Okay, so I'll have more information on that, once I get everything coordinated with him from a personal standpoint. I'm not coming from the city, because I don't want my hands tied. My tactics are different. But I want every child to be able to enjoy Christmas, okay?
Yes, ma'am,
Um,
thank you.
Now, since I was the last one from the city standpoint, I go ahead and be the first citizen. Is that all right with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. There's no need for me to sit back down and get back up. Um, the first thing I have is a question. The the money that was received from Jazz in the Grove, for the city itself, has there or will there be a point to where those funds roll over to fall in the Grove?
So none of the all of the funds that were received for Jazz in the Grove were designated for Jazz in the Grove. Now, we have also started to receive some funding for Fall in the Grove. So Representative Sellers and Senator Coleman have already approved grants for us for Fall in the Grove. And I think that Senator Coleman was 2,900, I think it was, and Representative Sellers was 2,600.
Okay,
Both were 26, Mr. Cobb? Is
Yeah,
that,
those
They're on our sheet.
100 that are on that,
Mm-hmm.
it was either Jasmine Grove or Fall.
no, we also,
You got another one?
yes, sir, we did. I think it was
Okay.
when you were absent, Mr.
Okay.
Cobb. But we have started to receive funding for that.
so
We
those
have not
grants are
started.
separate?
Yes, ma'am, they're separate.
They're separate, okay. I just want to see, could those funds roll over into Fall in the Grove? Because it kind of makes sense, but since it's a grant, I see that we can't do that.
Yeah, we have about a $5,000 head start
Okay.
On the Fall in the Grove.
Okay. Last thing, from a citizen standpoint, I was talking to Councilman Gary on Saturday, and we have a lot going on in Pleasant Grove right now, a lot going on in Pleasant Grove. And we were discussing, how do we reach the people? How do we reach them? Everybody's not on social media. I'm not really on Facebook. A lot of elderly don't even have the internet, you know. And so, how do we reach them? Would it cost us, the city, a lot of money to do a newsletter once a quarter? Just once a quarter, because you're covering those 3 months, in that quarter, which basically are the 4 quarters of the season. You have more activities in the spring and up until the fall, but your winter kind of die down. Would it cost us that much? Do you need donations? What? To get a newsletter so that everybody knows what's going on. Because Saturday was great. It was great. Jazz in the Grove probably was great. But how can we reach all the people?
So I will tell you, we can get pricing on the printing of the just the printing of the newsletter, but about 3 years ago, and I'm sure that this cost has increased. But
sure.
about 3 or 4 years ago, no, it had to be 5 years ago now, when we eliminated the newsletter from the budget, it was costing about $2,500 a quarter. So that was $10,000 a year to print and mail to every citizen that we had. And,
Now, subtract mail.
no, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying,
Subtract book mail.
I think that this was a great suggestion that Councilor Gary brought up today, and that may be something that we can consider as we go into the
new
budgeting
budget.
season. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you all could please, so that we could reach everybody. I mean, we have a lot going on, and I'm sure as you all are really get into your tenure, we're probably gonna have more and more things going on. I mean, I pray we do. And so, we just have to be able to reach the people that don't, utilize those social media platforms.
And another alternative that would, I know when I was a city councilor and I made this suggestion was we didn't have the resources to field this, but another suggestion was to have the citizens to call to City Hall to request a newsletter be mailed to them. So that may be something that we can factor in as well, if we are able to find that in the budget.
Professionally, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
You know
well-
why? Because it would inundate City Hall.
Well, I'm saying we would have a mail out list.
Yeah.
So that may be an option as well.
Yeah.
Because then you're still gonna have citizens who are not able to get to City Hall during
Right.
hours. And then even if we put it in the local businesses may not be able to accommodate those needs either.
Okay.
So we just wanna have an option,
Some other options.
some other
Okay.
options.
Okay, well, those are my comments as a citizen.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are my
Thank you.
comments as a senior program director. Anybody got any questions as far as program directors? Freelance. Freelance for a while.
So she started citizens comment. Thank you. She started citizens comments. If you'll come to the mic and give your name and address, please.
My name is Richard Carter. I live at 739 12th Street here in Pleasant Grove. I moved into this city in June of 1976 and lived on 13th Way for 20 years. And now I live at 12th Street for 25 years. First moved here, you drove down Park Road, all the grass was cut for all the yards. The sidewalk looked great and was no weeds sticking out of it. There's no trash in the gutters. There weren't no weeds in the gutters. Now it's not quite that way. And that's a shame. And in the park, there's sections where a push mower would be needed, and it's not cut because I guess you don't have enough personnel to push the lawnmower, or the lawnmower is broken. One or the other. You know more the equipment more than I do. And I was walking around the tennis court Sunday, and I was surprised because last August I walked around the tennis court, and I went back this time to walk around it, and the weeds, or the grass, whatever you want to call it, was up to my knees on the walkway around it. And inside the court, if you were wanting to play tennis, which I can't because I hit a bridge back in the 80s and I can't play tennis anymore. It used to be popular playing tennis. I don't guess the citizens do it anymore, or the young folks. Can't do it on that court because the weeds are as high as my waist. Inside the court, along with all the court that needed to be redone last year, y'all couldn't afford to do it because it was a high price. I realize that, and the nets and all that. But if you could just hire like 3 or 4 more people, go through the personnel board, and that's going to take time because we know the personnel board, they're not fast at all. They're on the slow side. But go through there, and it might take half a year to get them hired and buy some lawnmowers. And next spring, you have a weed eater, and you can try to get some of that done by more people. That's my suggestion. But you're all running the city, so y'all do what y'all think's best. Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
by the way, the right here near the first center here with for the picnic tables and all that, that's still locked all the time. That for the restroom.
The pavilions, right?
Yeah, the restroom. That needs to be unlocked for people, otherwise they'll do things that we don't want them to do in the park.
Okay.
So it's just a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
A lot of restaurants was going in there sleeping on drugs.
It's a safety issue. Yes,
Oh.
sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm Todd Cornelius.
If you'll come to the microphone, sorry.
I'm Todd Cornelius. I don't live in Pleasant Grove, but I'm a retiree. I spent 25 years here, retired last year. The state has proposed or approved a $300 cost of living bonus for state retirees. But it is up to the cities or municipalities that are part of that to vote to okay that. And the cutoff for that is August 31st. Retirees not had a COLA in over 20 years, and COLA being a cost of living increase. And this is just a one-time bonus. It's $12 per year that you served, and it's no other obligation. So I do request that the city, if y'all could find the means to pay that for the retirees that are out there. So,
Well, we will, get the information, Mr. Cornelius, do you, well, we can, Mr. Cobb, can we get the information?
Yes,
Okay, we would have to,
31st of August, 31st rate of participating. So,
yes, sir.
next meeting.
Yes, we would have to take action by the next meeting. Okay, we will definitely review that, Mr. Cornelius, and, take that under advisement.
I need a stool.
I know, but just pull it down a little bit, Ms. Barr.
Good evening. Lavinia Barnes, 1208 12th Terrace. Mr. Wilkes, I've been trying to win this beautification award, but I got hindrance, waste management. No, I heard the nice speech he gave last meeting, but I have called several times to get them to get those bags of leaves from my property. One time they even transferred me over to Georgia to somebody that had nothing to do with Pleasant Grove, Alabama. So I called the city, and they said, yes, you have to call them, waste management. I called, they sent me a text link to go online to complete the form. Okay, I did that. They told me you have exceeded your limit, and it was cut off. So I called again this past week, and they said, oh, we got you scheduled for August the 3rd, which is today. And I know as you went to work, you saw those leaves still, those bags still out there. When I came here this evening, the bags are still there. I cannot win a beautification award with the garbage bags full of leaves still out there. So now, I've never had a problem before, because usually we would call City Hall, and in a couple of days, the leaves was gone. Now it's been 1 month. The bags are gathering because the guys came and cut the lawn again yesterday. So now I have more bags along my side of my fence. And I wish you all would talk with them and let them know whatever system they had in place is not working.
We
So,
definitely.
so thank y'all very much, but I'm gonna get that award, okay?
Thank you, Ms. Barnes, for bringing that to our attention, and we will definitely address that first thing tomorrow.
That waste management, when you call that number, they're gonna send you a link. When you go in there and fill it out, you only get one bulk pickup a month. One a month. So if you got bulk this week, you won't get bulk pickup until September. So you have to remember when you go in there, if it says you has exceeded it, which means the guy already picked up something. So you only get one per month, and it's based on the date that your trash is picked up.
Okay, that part I understand. I called them July, the 1st of July, they never showed up. And now it's the 1st of August.
Yeah, she may have manipulated the computer in the truck, but most of the time it's just that one time.
So we do have a way to communicate with Waste Management and the addresses that they have actually visited. So we will address that with them, Ms. Barnes. Yes, sir, I apologize.
No problem. Thank you, Mayor. Abraham Ward, 1429 Rock Creek Lane. We came in last month, I think June 15th. I had a couple concerns, Another concern is I've noticed that, based on the minutes, that the city website for the budget is still down.
No, sir, it's up, and we addressed that, I think 2 meetings ago. It was the November 17th meeting. The budget was passed.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's saying-
My concern is on the website, so we can review the budget, on the website.
Oh, the budget is
Yes.
not on the
No
website.
budget on the website. And the second question, I looked for any previous audits. The city has a, fiscal year from October through September, and I looked through, I have not seen any, prior audits at all. I'm just concerned about that. I know we
So you're able to obtain any of the city ordinances at municode.com, and you have to click on Alabama, then you click on Pleasant Grove, and all of our ordinances are listed on that website.
would it refer to the, Pleasant Grove budget? and
No,
audits?
sir. No, sir. You said, now, are you asking about an ordinance for the budget, or are you asking for ordinances, period, for the city of Pleasant Grove?
No, I mean more of a transparent, concerned citizens can look on, like Birmingham's passed their budget, other municipalities have their budget out there, and also audits from the cities. I'm looking to be able to go back and see Pleasant Grove audits.
Oh, audits, A-U-D-I-T-S.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I
And-
apologize. I
and
thought
your
you were
budget,
saying
yes, yes,
ordinances.
yes, yes.
I
No, audits, no,
apologize.
audits,
I apologize.
audits. And be able to see on transparent, that we got a budget meeting coming up on August 10th. Here at City Hall at 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
I understand that notice has been given for that. I think it's gonna be a initial budget meeting, then another budget meeting, actually approve the budget.
Actually, 6:30
6:30?
for the budget. Zoning's at 6.
Thank you, Council.
And so even though it's not on the website, that is public information. So we are able to provide that to you if you will visit our clerk's office, Mr. Cobb behind you there.
Madam, Mayor, I've done that, have not received it. I went to the website, put my name in, requested budget, haven't seen it. I'm just concerned about even prior years, the city posting no audits. I mean, I understand that this council body and the previous administration dating back, but I can't go out there and look on Pleasant Grove city audit, but who performed the audit? Was there any type of findings, concerns? It's not out there. And it should be record for the city or the citizen to see how well is the city financially. I understand we're doing a lot of budget, moving money from here and stuff, but as citizens, we should be able to see a budget that this body approves. Make sure that we're in fiscal responsibility, we're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm just wondering, as a citizen, I like to see it black and white.
Okay.
And again, I looked on everywhere, all the pages, I can see nothing but Pleasant Grove. Out there. So, again, I can make a request from the clerk's office again, but again, I have not seen any audits, at all, no budgets. I'm glad to be able to be a part of the upcoming budget meeting on this 10th. I'll be here, but again, I just like to be able to, all the citizens should know what's going on with the city, how financial we are. I know we say we're getting money in, receiving state grants, but where they are. So I'm just my concern. You have my address, and again, I reached out to Mr. Cobb again to see the budget, but I went there and put my name and address in. I'm yet to receive it.
And if you will include me on your email, yes, sir.
Yes, it's on your website, it's an email, you put your address in it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir, Mr. Ward. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, can I make just a clarification? That the meeting on Monday is technically finance committee meeting where we're dealing with the budget, because there's other things that we're gonna bring up as well. Okay, I just wanna make sure that the public knows that I know we're saying budget meeting, but it's a finance committee meeting, but the budget will be discussed at that meeting.
Yes, the agenda has not been released at this point, but I know that that's one item on the agenda.
Right, but I know tonight we talked about, that there was stuff about the public works that would come up at that meeting.
Well, that would be part of the budget. It's part of it.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
On a lighter note, I just wanted to say that I was a recipient of the Beautification Award. And it was such a pleasure, such a surprise, because I was sitting there watching TV. I heard a knock on the door, and I went there, and there's this committee with the award and the camera, and I felt like the people when they used to get that check, the big check. But anyway, I think that it achieved its purpose because there were other people in the neighborhood that started to do a little fixing up too, in hopes that they may receive the award. But at any rate, on a lighter note, I just wanted to say that it was very appreciative. It really made my day. Okay. And I also wanted to say that I would like to volunteer to work on your committee for the newsletter or whatever. So I'll give you my number, and whatever services that I could do, I'll gladly do it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you and congratulations to you.
Greetings to our honorable mayor and happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and greetings to all of the city councilors and those who are in prospective power. I just want to give a couple of compliments. First to Ms. Hodge, as a volunteer, a voluntold on the beautification committee. I asked her about the wreaths, and I see that they're on the doors. So compliments to you and your team for doing that. It just looks so stately. Now there's an enhancement. So thank you again for heeding the call and letting me know how it works. And on the same note of beautification, I must say on behalf of Councilor Wilkerson, you're going to be at that meeting and you're going to work. And I've gotten so much feedback about how the selections are done. My usual suggestion is come join us, come volunteer, because I'm just one vote. I'm many times outvoted. I'm just one suggestion. So it certainly gives us an enhancement when we see others that are doing a little friendly competition to try and strive for that award. So keep doing it, keep your yards looking good. And I'm so afraid for my husband. I said, honey, it's okay. We've been blessed with it. He said, I'm not doing it for the beautification one. I like an articulate yard. So some of our neighbors were like, will you tell your husband to stay at the yard? I said, he's like me. We like beauty, baby. So I want him to just cool it a little bit, but who am I to try to suggest? And I also want to commend Councilor Lawson at the time, Councilor Lassiter, and formerly Councilor Calhoun, because I came here years ago talking about and not complaining, but asking if something could be done for the road on 13th Street, and sure enough, the greasy wheel stopped squeaking. It would appear that 13th Street still remains the most popularly driven street in Pleasant Grove. And I'm just gonna tell you, I said, gosh, these people act like they've never ridden on new pavement before. Zoom, zoom. So I commended CAW, Central Alabama Water. I asked if the gentleman needed anything, and they said, no, we just thank you for appreciating us and being so patient. And I'm like, perfection takes time. So I commend them. I'm glad that it's done. And I know Councilor Lassiter probably got tired of me, but I told him I'm just going to be a painless, pleasant friend. We wanted it done, and it certainly has been an enhancement in addition to all of the beautification. And on the note of education, by now all of you know that Eric and I are proponents of education, and we do plan to join the PTA. But one of the things that I say, we believe in taking care of home first. I say that we're proponents of education. My late maternal grandmother was an English teacher for over 40 years, and you had to learn how to get the subject and verb, make them go in the same direction. And I share that because my grandmother, late grandmother, is being honored. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Rosenwald Schools. If not, Google it. And he was also a partner with Sears and Roebuck. I share that with you because as one who is constantly giving and sharing and giving back, my grandmother was one of the profound educators at Boykin Rosenwald School. I pulled up the plaque where her name is, and I will be going there to speak on her behalf and taking backpacks and books and pencils, everything that will enhance the education of the students in this rural area. So if you want to give something, let me know. With that said, we also give back to our alma maters. Between Eric and I, we are 4 degrees, and I'm not bragging, but everybody has a handout, needs some money, honey. And if you went to a college or a high school, it takes money to keep these schools open. And I don't say it lightly or braggadociously, but several students from the Pleasant Grove area will be going to my alma mater, Tuskegee, next week. Oh, yours too. You're right. I just don't ever hardly see you at any meeting, so no slide, no slide, no slide, no slide, no. You be online, okay. And I'm just saying that, you know, many of them have called, and the first thing I will say, didn't Counselor Williams, wasn't she able to help you out? And they said, yeah, but it's still more. And you will also see the controversy where no bonnets, no slippers, no do-rags, and hopefully no phones in classroom. So as an institution of higher learning, when you step up the plate and step up the standards, then you have to expect more if you want more. That concludes my comments, and again, let's keep pulling together, because together, if we can pull together and stick together for what is good, right, and important, then when it's all said and done and the rubber meets the road, then we can do the impossible.
Congratulations on that amazing honor, Ms. Afe. So I'm so happy that I'm now 4 people in on my list of 10 with the Calhouns and the Kings. Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is James Bryan. I'm with the American Legion. I'm the state commander for the American Legion. Let me apologize to my being late, Mayor. This is the year of the American Legion baseballs, and so we're heavily involved in that. And I have been busy going to different activities that required me to sort of dress down. So I do apologize for that. That's why I'm sort of talking. My purpose of being here is to, one, City Councilman Wilkerson. Yes, sir. Great 250 this past Saturday, and enjoyed it a lot. Learned a lot, obviously. But my purpose of being here, I won't be long. Many of you don't know the American Legion. We are the largest veteran service organization in the world. We have over 1.8 million members. Alabama have about approximately 15,762 members. But we represent all veterans in our state, approximately 402,000 of them. But I was really impressed with what I saw on Saturday, and so I shared that with some of the other posts that I had went to. I left that and went to another engagement. But this is a commander's coin, and each state commander sort of designs and develops their own little coin. And so, Mayor, if you would please, ma'am, indulge me for come up here for a second. I got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. So this is called a challenge coin. And the way you present the coin is in the form of a handshake. You don't ask for a coin. When the commander sees something that is being done, he or she will go and present the coin. And so that's what I saw this weekend, and I'm like, man, honoring and recognizing not only 250, but all the different services. And that's kind of important. And that's a big thing that we have been involved with the American Legion. And so if you honor me, Mayor, by accepting this coin, and it says Department of Alabama, my years, of course, and our motto this year, not so much as a motto, but making a difference. That is the goal of every Legionnaire, to make a difference, not only for veterans, the community, but where they live at, various programs that we support and participate in. The American Legion supports over 26 programs A lot of them you may have heard about. American Legion Baseball, we sponsor Boy Scouts, oratorical competition that we have. A young lady from Jasper, she actually won the state competition for Alabama and went on to Hillsdale, Michigan to represent Alabama at the national oratorical competition. And so a lot is going on with various organizations, but especially the American Legion. So Mayor, in the form of a handshake,
Thank you
so much. We appreciate it all. And I'm out of the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay.
Thank you. Again, I apologize for my dress because you saw that picture, the Legionnaires gonna say, hey, look, this guy looks like a bum. And I know the story behind it, so please share it. Hey, look, I got you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to have a conversation with him on Saturday, to see him out representing his area. So thank you for your service, first of all, to our country, and thank you for your continued service in our community. Any other?
One thing for the budget.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
I have one thing for the, just for the budget planning, finance meeting on Monday. I've heard the comments and, we pay attention to, some social media posts. Don't get me wrong. We don't want to make light of anyone's complaints about the grass. We get it. But the grass didn't grow overnight. It's been here for a while. So I haven't seen a 10-foot tree grow in a year. I just haven't seen that. So just know that we're working on it, but it takes money to do that. So the budget will be aggressive to address some of those things. We have to have police cars. We're in need of that now. So we have a lot that we're in need of. So we're gonna be aggressive in our moving around and making it try to work. The mayor can only do so much. She's just a facilitator. She's not a magic maker. She's just the way it goes. But we have to have money to make it move. So our job, I start the party, and that's what we'll do. So if it gets aggressive, that's what we have to have. It's just, we have a city that's, I wouldn't say neglected, I'm not gonna use that strong of a word, but we have some areas that have been neglected and we have to play catch up, and it costs. Is that fair enough? All right, so if you're fair enough with me, I'll be fair enough with you. Just know, it did not grow overnight. All right, that's all that.
Oh, yes. Hi.
Is it?
All right.
So, my name is Melissa, and I live at 84 Pleasant Grove Road, and I am a July recipient of the beautification award.
All right.
And it's just been one of the highlights of my whole existence in Pleasant Grove. But without being said, happy birthday, Mayor.
Pretty way. Girl, well, got some pretty way. What else you got in there?
So, on behalf of my backyard, we are overrun in tomatoes. And honestly, for 22 years of my marriage, my husband, this is all his fault, okay? Because my husband, every spring, watches patiently as I unload flats of plants. And I ask him, can you stop by Lowe's and bring me 25 bags of dirt? And I need this, can you stop? And every year he says, and nothing we can eat. So I took him up on his challenge this year. And my Christmas present, he asked me what I wanted for Christmas last year. And I said, Walmart's got these containers on sale. Let's do a container garden. So we don't do anything little. We did a container garden, 4 containers with 67 bags of dirt and 4 trips to the farm in Bibb County for specialized cold cooked manure. And I'm overrunning tomatoes. So on behalf of my backyard, I'm just going to set the bowl
Over here.
on the thing. And everything is about plate out, okay? And I've given tomatoes away all year. And I think we're towards the end of the growing season. So, because he's so quiet, I'm going to start this evening. Yes.
Thank you so much. Speech in your backyard. We appreciate you.
There you are, Miss Brand.
But y'all, I do want to take this opportunity before we close out this evening. It's moments like this that remind me of why our city is named as it is. We are Pleasant Grove, the good neighbor city. And it's moments like this that remind us of why we came here, why we moved here, the little things. So I appreciate you, Mr. and Miss Beach. Mr. and Miss Beach, thank you.
Still there. She's got some pretty tomatoes.
Mr. and Miss Beach. Mr. and Miss Beach, thank you. I was so much for being a great part of our city and for sharing your bounty with us. So hearing nothing else, thank you so much.
Something great.
I'm good.
Where you want to be here? You want to be on some?
You didn't send it to me yet. Send it to me, get where the.
Me too. You know what? Oh, I got a bag.
Sheila, Sheila, are you saying you had a weekend? Oh, God. In fact, want to go back. All right, you too, David. That's what I just Put it on ice. We said last pumpkin or tea or something. We got to. I'm serious. Because we must.
But brother Jefferson, you knew you got me, don't you? How you doing, man?